The Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers have joined us here in the 40-40 Club at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. NEC Social Media Day. Interact with us. Hashtag NECINNY. Dave Popkin, Pam Roker, being joined by the Mountaineers. Maria Marchesano, Rebecca Lee, junior center, joining us here. Coach, let's start with you. Finished in the middle of the pack last year and picked third this year. Why do people have such confidence in your team?
Well, I think part of it is our conference graduated a lot. So I think part of it is, some teams lost some big pieces, but also we didn't lose a lot. Obviously a huge piece in Juju, but we proved that we can compete with the best, down the stretch with Robert Morris, which we have so much respect for. But we also, have a transfer sitting out. We had 3 major injuries sitting out last year, plus 2 freshmen. So while we only lost 1 piece in Juju, which was a huge piece, don't get me wrong, we have 6 new bodies this year. So it's really an exciting time for our program.
When you talk about Rebecca, you brought one of the best centers in the league with you, and I know you believe the sky's the limit for that young lady. Talk about that quickness at the guard position. You've got Michaela, Jaterica. Talk about your overall style of play and that process of making that climb as you enter your third year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Rebecca has been awesome. Her numbers really don't tell how good she is just because she's got some bad knees, so we have to limit her minutes. And if she could play, 25, 30 minutes a game, her stats would be insane. But the balance of having a Rebecca Lee with a Michaela and JT and getting some of those injured guards back. Bridget Burkhead had a great year last year. And like I said, so many injuries that they're all really strong guard pieces. We're excited, but we've also had to work on our chemistry because of those new pieces. It's been a process so far this year.
So you're a junior, Rebecca. It's a leadership position. You're on the verge of averaging a double-double, and I didn't even know you had to kind of temper your practice time. What do you take on now as one of the leaders for Coach? How have you seen your role change and evolve over your time at the Mount?
Well, I really like to think about us as a team and building a foundation. Sometimes you have to step back and think about the players as a whole and not just about yourself and what you can do. Obviously, we all have to play together, and in order to get to the top, we all have to play our role together.
That's awesome.
Rebecca, I wouldn't think it takes too much convincing to play this style because you're up tempo. Team's looking to shoot threes. You're able to kick out and find open shooters. It's a lot of fun when you're out there on the floor.
Yes, it is. I really enjoy it. And sometimes I like taking my own shots, but I also have to realize that sometimes we need that 3, and sometimes I need to kick it out, and I don't have it.
Coach, you're one of only 2 teams with 4 starters returning, but give us a little bit of a thumbnail on some of the newcomers that you anticipate making a contribution early.
Well, sure. First and foremost, our transfer from George Washington, Kendall Breezy, just a really dynamic player, can basically play 1 through 5. She's a tall, strong body, can shoot it, can play down low. Kayla Agantovich was our best player my first year here. She's been out almost a year and a half now. Having her back on the court has been really inspiring for all of us. Arne Taylor, who's a junior in the classroom, freshman on the court.
Wow.
3 ACL injuries, finally getting some real basketball practice in and starting to find her way back. And then lastly, Maki Carrillo. She's a freshman who tore her ACL playing lacrosse before she ever made it to the Mount. So we've got a lot of new pieces we're excited about.
It's awesome. Sounds like some improved depth for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Look forward to heading down to Emmitsburg to see you.
Best of luck this year,
Thanks so
ladies.
much.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here.
All right, Mount St. Mary's joining us here at Barclays Center.